Chained Together is probably one of the most fun multiplayer games I've had in a really long time.
What is happening? I'm trying to pull you both up, but
Just swing.
Why am I swinging so violently?
It's a game where essentially you just try to climb to the very, very top. There's a bunch of obstacles, and it's a giant obstacle course, and you start at the very bottom, which is themed in hell. The devil is trying to keep you at the bottom of hell, which is the beginning base game, and he has a little minion that pops up and has some dialogue, and there's a cute little story, you could call it. But my favorite thing about this story and the way that they play things out is there's just no unnecessary swearing and like trying to make it adult or anything like that. It's just good, clean, witty, well-written story, and so there actually is not any swear words, which is something I just appreciate because there really is no point to having that in games in dialogue the way that I see it so frequently. So that's something that I personally really appreciate.
Oh no!
whoa, you survived.
Trust
What
me,
was that? Why is there a rock now?
The controls
Did you
are
break it?
harder. No.
Yeah, go backward.
And you're trying to climb out of hell and make your way to heaven. And it's a very long climb. And it's very fun. And it is especially fun with more people.
Sorry.
So me and my friends, we got together and we beat the game in about 5 hours, but there's a lot of quality of life things that makes this game so much fun to play as well as incredibly enjoyable. With a difficult game like this, the fact that there are multiple levels of difficulty that you can choose from, as well as the fact that the easiest level of difficulty, which is probably what I would suggest, especially for somebody who wants to play a more difficult game in a more casual setting, it has save features, so we can play the game and we can fall as much as we want and just restart from the highest point that we can restart from. So different checkpoints, things like that. It's really fun and it's really intuitive, and it's better than Only Up and pretty much any other Only Up clone that I have seen. I think this is a huge innovation and it makes the game really fun. There's some cool options. You can choose you're chained in a line or link, or you can be chained in a closed circle, which is also really interesting. And I'm pretty excited to see what people do with speedrunning. There's going to be different categories, I'm pretty sure, because the more people you have, the more difficult it is, but maximum amount at once is 4, and you can play this game by yourself if you really want to. It's definitely way more fun with friends, and it's a lot more creative than pretty much any other Only Up type game that I've seen. And I almost just really hate to compare it to Only Up because this is just so much better than that. The experience is so much more fun and enjoyable and really worth it to play with friends. And as difficult as it can get at times, it's really worth it. Very well optimized settings on there, and you can always turn down the graphics and stuff if you have a slightly more potato computer, which I don't, so I can play it on max settings just fine. It's pretty much everything you could have wanted in a game. I mean, it even starts out at 25% master volume, which I don't know a single game that doesn't just start out at max volume and just break your ears. The only real criticism that I have with this game, and there's no way to disable tips, and the tips pop up constantly, just telling me pretty much the same thing over and over again. That if you're stuck, then there's a little reset button in the pause menu, and that pops up constantly. So that's probably the only thing that irritates me about this game, or that I would change. Everything else is really fun and really enjoyable. If you're really interested in this game and you want to see more, I'm going to have a short series coming by, or maybe even just one big long video of us playing the entire game start to finish. So look out for that, and thank you for watching.